Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. Gonna be bringing you some of my back workout from the other day. Just starting off with a little bit of a warm-up on this sort of, I would call this like a hammer strength machine. Pretty much any machine that involves like loading actual plates on a little machine I'll refer to as hammer strength, why not? But this is a machine I really like. I feel this insanely well in my lats, like in the width part of your lat, that really thick part that sits like right under your armpit. Really get a good squeeze from this machine right here. Now I feel like I should mention, even though this was my back day, I was actually doing pressing movements in between every set, just to sort of stay warm and just for fun. I don't know, I like it. Whenever I do back, I feel like I get a huge pump if I also include some chest. So as you can see, to my left and to my right are the incline press and then the flat press, just like the little bench press hammer strength machines. So I was doing one of those in between every set, and I was having such a fun workout. This is probably the most pumped I've been in a long time during this workout. So I think all the food and all the supersetting together is definitely helping me get some serious pumps in the gym. I was having a lot of fun. And speaking of food, I have bumped my calories up just a little bit, up to 42 to 4,300 every day. And in a future video, I have got to show you guys this shake that I make. It's nothing too crazy, but for a lot of you guys who are telling me that you have trouble gaining weight and you don't really know what to eat, or it's hard to eat so much food, I sympathize. It's definitely hard to get 4,300 calories of just like actual like chicken and rice every day. That's just a lot of eating, and you definitely have to eat past the point to where you're comfortable, that's for sure. But I've been making this shake out of the CELLUCOR core whey protein, throw some oats in there, and then mix it up with some milk and blend it. I mean, I've been making a shake that's worth about 1,200 calories at least. And it goes down easy, it's super tasty, but it also doesn't really leave me feeling all that full, so I can eat again soon. And if you have 2 of those a day, like I do, I'll have one for breakfast and then one post-workout. That's an easy, like, 2,500 calories. And then all you really have to do for the rest of the day is eat, 2,000 calories of your meals, which should be no problem. Because for me, that's only like 2 or 3 meals of like some, the basic chicken and rice. So I'm having a lot of fun eating a whole lot of food, and it's translating into a lot of strength in the gym. I feel so much different than when I was dieting. And keep in mind, I was dieting for, a good like 8 months or something like that. And I was pretty proud to get lean. I hadn't been that lean and strong ever in my life, I don't think. But now I'm definitely having a lot of fun bulking, and I look forward to seeing what we're going to be able to accomplish. And so now, after I finished my little hammer strength rows, I came over here to do some cable rows. And now, you guys can see, I'm not really pulling this like all the way up, all the way high. I'm pulling this thing to about my stomach, and I'm leaning back a little bit, because what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to pull with my lower lats, but also get my upper back involved. Like when I go back for the stretch part of this, I'm stretching my upper back a lot. I know my upper back needs a lot of development, and even if this isn't necessarily targeted, like the low cable row isn't necessarily targeted at your upper back, I do feel it in my upper back if I try to, and that's the idea, I guess. I talk a lot about using like controlled fluid movements and stuff like that, and how I'm not trying to lift super heavy every day. However, there are some days where I'm feeling good, and I'm just gonna try to crank the reps out with as much weight as I possibly can. I was doing pretty much the whole stack when I was doing these rows, and the days that I've been feeling strong, especially since I've been eating, upwards of 4,000 calories, those days have been coming pretty frequently, and that is really fun to feel strong in the gym again, like I said. I mean, I just posted that video the other day of where I was able to deadlift 405 pounds for the first time ever in my life, and that's really exciting for me. I mean, it's fun to make progress. It's fun to see the results of your hard work paying off, and at this point, I mean, those moments are coming pretty frequently. I'm starting to build my strength up back to at least what it was before, and I definitely think I'll be surpassing my like all-time strength levels very soon. I think I'll probably be benching over 315 soon, and squatting over 315 soon as well. And 315 squat and bench were my most I've ever done, and I haven't been able to do that recently because I've just been having to build my strength back up. But my deadlift has already surpassed anything I've been able to do in the past, and I definitely think my bench and squat will be following that soon. And you'll notice here I switched up the sort of attachment to these pull downs. When I do the wide grip pull downs, I don't feel it as much in my lower lats. I actually feel a lot of the fatigue in my biceps when I do the wide grip pull downs. So I don't feel it so much when I'm doing my pull-ups, but when I do the pull downs, I don't really feel it as much. But when I swap over for this attachment, it's just all lats for me, and I have much more of control over where the actual work is being done. With the wide grip, I can try to focus on my upper back, and I can feel it there if I try to squeeze my shoulder blades together. I can feel it in my upper back, and that's fine. So that's usually what I end up trying to work when I use the wide grip pull down. But then if I want to get my lats involved, I switch over to this close grip thing and just crank them out. I think it might be because I have a little bit more control over just the idea of pulling with my elbows. I've talked about this in some back day videos before, is that whenever you're trying to involve your lats, the big muscles on your back, really try to pull with your elbows. So what I have in mind when I'm doing this exercise is I'm trying to drive my elbows into my hips, basically. But I'm also pulling my elbows back a little bit so that it squeezes my shoulder blades together and you're flexing your back. And even when I'm doing really, really low rows, I'll try to drive my elbows and my hips again. So this time I switched up the attachment one more time to a little bit wider of a grip. And this one I am trying to drive with my upper back a little bit, trying to squeeze my upper back, but still using this little bit of a closer grip because I just get better back activation with it. And that's something I definitely encourage you guys to keep in mind, is that when you do these exercises, I mean, it is definitely going to vary for you which way of performing the exercise is most effective. So when you guys see me doing these workout videos and I'm doing these different exercises with different attachments and stuff, definitely go ahead and give them a try for yourself. See what feels right to you. See what gives you the best contraction. See what gives you the best pump and the best stretch and squeeze and all that. And do the one that feels right to you. Do the one that feels most effective to you. And speaking of doing things in a way that works for you, so for these T-bar rows, I've got 25-pound plates on there. Instead of the 45s, I've got 25s because 25s let me take the bar a little bit lower to the ground, which helps me stretch my back more on the way down. So if I was using 45s here, number one, they'd hit me in the chest before I got the optimal squeeze that I want. Number two, I couldn't drop the weights this low in order to get the stretch. So it's for both reasons. You don't want to hit yourself in the chest, deprive yourself of the squeeze at the top, and you don't want to hit the ground and deprive yourself of the stretch at the bottom. So I use 25-pound weights for those. Now, I'm doing this pull-down machine right here because for whatever reason, this pull-down machine in particular really helps me squeeze the muscles in my upper back. And I don't feel like I get enough upper back activation from most of the exercises that I end up doing on my back day. So I come over here, crank out a few reps on this thing. Instead of trying to target my lats as I was on my cable pull downs, this machine allows me to really squeeze right at the top of my back, like almost in my traps even. Try to get those muscles to contract, try to get those muscles to grow. And speaking of upper back, you guys will notice that I am not doing deadlifts on my back day. Deadlifts were something that I used to do like when I first started doing them. Used to do them on my leg day. That was insane. At least I learned how to do deadlifts though. Then I moved deadlifts to my back day, which was fine until I started hitting deadlifts so hard that pretty much the rest of my workout was shot. So I decided that what I would do is I would do back day before deadlift day, and then I would treat my deadlift day as like a second leg day. So I would hit my deadlifts really, really hard. Maybe throw in a few front squats in there, and then do my secondary leg exercises like my hamstring curls, my quadricep extensions, my calf raises, and then even do a little bit of leg press on my deadlift day, which means that I'm going to be hitting a massive compound full body movement in squats and deadlifts every 3 days, along with the secondary leg exercises that'll help those legs grow. So pretty much how my workout cycle is going is it used to be like legs, chest, back, arms, and shoulders, a 4-day rotation. I'm going to extend that a little bit now. So I'm going to do legs, chest, back, deadlifts with leg secondary exercises, shoulders, just only shoulders, and then I'm going to do another like arms day or a cleanup day where I just do chest, back, whatever. Just make sure to get some specific arms training in. Because I really don't train my arms in particular that much, and I feel like maybe they could benefit from that. Which is why I'm throwing in some curls here right at the end of my workout. This is a really, really long, really, really good workout. I decided to finish it off with a few sets of bicep curls on this hammer strength machine. Nothing too crazy, just trying to get a little bit of a pump going, get a nice stretch and squeeze there at the end, and see if I can get my biceps to grow. But honestly, I think one of the things that helps my arms to grow the most out of anything is just all these pulling exercises. I feel like I get a lot of activation in my arms, even though I'm focusing on using my back. Hey man, I ain't mad if my arms grow. But anyway, that's the end of my back workout for this day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!